So let me start with asking you how are you feeling about the new project that you're starting, Mammoth.
I've been working on it for so long that it's really it's really great to have it all out there, and people seeing everything from the logo to hearing some music, like stuff I've been sitting with for so long that it's exciting for people to finally be able to talk about it.
So how was the process of making it all come together with these new people, and how was the process of getting it all together?
Oh man, it just took so long. I had initially started writing for it after the second Van Halen tour I was a part of. So when I got home in like 2013, and then through my producer's busy schedule, because he could only work for a certain amount of time, and I was still kind of figuring out who I was, we didn't finish until mid 2018. Yeah, it was almost like I like to say that like I never went to college, but it felt, this whole process felt like my college education.
Wolfie, can you tell us about the new single Distance that's come out?
Distance, I recorded 28 songs for my album, and a handful of songs just kind of fell off, and it was like I'll save them for later, and Distance was one of those songs. I had written it over the years because my dad had struggled with his health up and down for a while. It'd get better, it'd get worse, and it's just a tough thing to deal with emotionally, and I just ended up writing that song throughout it. And then when everything happened 2 months ago, it just, when I listened to it again, it resonated in a completely different way, and it felt like a good thing to do, to put it out as a tribute.
What was the idea behind the video?
Yeah, I had already been going through footage and stuff, and I always had that idea in the back of my head, like if I ever did a video for this, it'd be really cool to do, just fill it with childhood videos and stuff. And when everything happened, my mom had found a bunch of old tapes, my uncle Patrick had found some, and I had some digitized stuff, and we all just hunkered down and went through a bunch of our favorite clips and sent them off to my editor Chuck, who did such a great job putting it all together.
But Wolfie, I was wondering, did you at any point of time feel that maybe I should draw the line here, or maybe this is getting too personal, or did that thought ever, was it there through the process?
I didn't really overthink it too much. I think in order, like, I think it has to be that personal. It's almost like, for other people watching it, you almost feel like you shouldn't be watching it, like you're. But I think in order to feel the strength of the loss that I'm feeling, you have to see what I've lost. And so it's like, if it's private, that so be it. And I think it was an important thing for me to show a completely different side of Pop, because everybody just knows him as the amazing guitar player, but he was in fact an even better father, and I thought that was really important to show.
So can you just look back and maybe look at how you have also grown as a musician through these 30 years since you've been playing with Van Halen?
Yeah, I mean, growing up, I started on drums when I was 10, and then I picked up guitar when I was 12, and then around 14, 15 is when I picked up the bass, and then Dad, my uncle, and I started jamming, and it was really with no direction. Like, we just kind of had fun playing with each other for a couple months, and then it was at a point where we were like, this is really good.
So I was looking at some of your interviews where you said that he was your first music teacher. Your father was your first music teacher. How was he as a music teacher? I mean, we all know him as this guitarist and the coolest person on stage. But how is he as a music teacher? Was he strict? Was he
No, he wasn't a very good teacher at all. he didn't teach me much, because at any time I'd ask him how to play something, he would just be himself, which is an amazing guitar player. He couldn't really dumb it down. So I ended up learning a lot of stuff myself. Like, he taught me certain pointers here and there, but overall I taught myself.
What would you call your inspiration? I mean, or your influences were when you were growing up?
I mean, my dad was already just such a huge influence, just being around him. But I mean, this project was certainly inspired by like Dave Grohl with the Foo Fighters and Trent Reznor with Nine Inch Nails. You know, kind of the brainchild of their own. It started out as a solo project and then evolved into a band kind of thing. So those are probably the two most major influences, I think.
What can we expect from the new project?
I think you can expect, if you just like anything rock, you'll enjoy it. I know Distance is a bit of a softer song, and that vibe is certainly on the album, but I wouldn't think it's the core sound. It's definitely more of a hard rock kind of album, but there's a bunch of different flavors that I think anybody who just likes music, you can find something to enjoy on it.